Welcome to a bit of a different in the garden. It's project time, and one of the things I promised was I was going to knock down the garage, shorten the roof. Well, the roof's down. These are the trusses. There's some of the wood there. Bucket load of wood over there. I don't know what the... I don't know what that was a film, and I don't know what the radiator. But that, I thought I threw that out. That's going to be for another project, which I'm going to do later on in the year. But I'm hoping to actually link that up to my cheap Chinese diesel heater and then put an exhaust out. So basically, it'll come in here, the exhaust fumes will come in, heat this radiator up, and then they'll come out the bottom there, or out the bottom. Actually no, it'll come out the bottom of the other side, because it's got to go in a circle to heat the whole thing up. Anyway, I digress. You like my pencil, by the way? I've got it resting on my hearing aid. So, where am I now? Well, I'm now at the stage where I'm working on the garage door, which I have to move back to the front of where the smaller garage is going to be. Now you're going to ignore the shite I've got in here, but I'll get this moved good. But here basically I'm working on now. So I've got this post in place, right, and that is going to be the first support for this part. So for this part here, right. So I'm trying to work out, do I fix this door onto that? Oh, sorry. Right. So it would actually sit sideways, or do I fit it right in flush? Now, the problem with it being right in flush is, I would have to chop out this beam. So, I'm now going to wait to cut out this beam here, because this is part of the garage that's all coming. So, from this beam here forward, right, all that, so you can see there's my beam there, right. So basically, that beam there, right, and all the way to the front is all coming out. That includes the roof as well. So that's the sides will come out, the didgeridoo will come out, the sides will come out, the roof will come out, but the front will actually, well, the front that's there now will actually be here. All will be revealed. Right, I'm stuck just now because I can't believe this is 5:15 at night, and I'm still waiting on fucking Mr. Amazon coming with my tape measure, because I broke my other end. I can't get measuring. Unbelievable. Plus, he's coming with the big bolts as well, which I require to build a timber frame so that this door doesn't fall down. Bear with me on that one. So, possibilities. This will be going into Sunday, that's a cert. But how far will I get tonight on the Saturday? We'll see. So we'll keep progressing as the night goes on. Wait to stop for tea and wait for Mr. Amazon to come in. He'll define how long I've got to work tonight. I've got a wee light there on us, because as you can see now it's dark o'clock. It's dark o'clock, but I've got a result. How's that? So the door's installed, the door's secure, and well, there you go. So all that's left to do now is obviously to put a finishing fascia onto it, and just finish the sides, because the whole lot itself is actually, the door is in and secure now. So fucking well chuffed. So that's me for the Saturday. You know, it would have been nice actually. I never thought I should have done a bit of a time lapse because I had my son, I had my stepson down here. They ripped the roof off for us. It's fucking no danger I was managing that. So big shout out to Darren and Ian for what they done for me today. And well, I'm quite happy with that. That's a bit of an understatement actually. I'm fucking delighted with that. And I've still, believe it or not, got a fair size of a garage, which is, that's what this was all about. You know, want a sneak preview? It's full of shite yet, it's not tidied. Dun dun dun. I could come in from behind, but the garage door itself is like, it's fucking solid. So it's got a solid fix on either side at the top. And as you can see here, right, so I've used the brackets differently. Okay, there, and there's one, oh Jesus, he turned the bend down. There's one right there. Oh, we dropped my phone. There, another one's there. And of course, it's on the other side's exactly the same. So, but yeah, I've took exactly half the garage away. So I've lost 3 metre of garage, but I've gained 3 metre of parking space because I wasn't able to get the car in here, and that was really what annoyed me. So whereas this was the hard bit, the rest's really just building a mock frame, and I'll actually go more into that. But tomorrow, let's go and have a wee rest now. Come back tomorrow and finish sealing this up. The job's a good one. Night night. Good morning and welcome to day 2. I've been in here already. So as you can see, it's time to clean this up because right from here forward going, okay, we're going to have nothing. I get home another day, maybe. But the two problems I have got is the fridge and the biggie, the electric. Because with the electric, I'll turn the camera around. So as you can see, the wire armour cable comes out the floor, and if I loop this round here and up to the fuse box, that is all I have spare. Now, it's got to go to there. So imagine a wall here, right, this wall here. I'm needing that box there. That's the light switch. I'm needing that. That's the fuse board, right? I'm wanting that to be sitting the other side of here. And I don't know if I've got enough wire there. So, another problem I've got as well is where it comes out. Although it's in a pipe, but it's been here for years, so the pipe is obviously rotted underground and water's in there, so I'm not happy at that, which means just as well it's in wire armour or it'd have been blown up by now. And so I've got to figure out how I get the water out that pipe, because I've got a funny feeling that it may not be rotten, because at the other end up there where it goes in, it's not sealed off. So there's a possibility that it just keeps filling up with rainwater. That's what I'm hoping. If not, that's going to be a full dig out and then re-piped again for to protect the wire armour. So, but before I even get near any of that, I've got to see first how much I've got there and get this out the way as well, get this fridge freezer out the way. So, let's crack on. Well, I'm going to take it as good news, right? So I've got the we're all off, we're all empty. There's the cable, okay. So, I'll spin the camera around. So you can see I've moved the cable up and along and along and along and along, and look at that, I've got just enough of a tail to put the fuse board on this wire. No, on this wire. On this wire, so the wire will reach it. But look, here's another way. Right, all I've got to do here is chip away the concrete here, bury this cable. Now if you follow this line up, comes in a straight line, look at that. And now, look at how much cable I've got. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get my chisel bits out. Going to go do a couple of inches, because bear in mind, there's a canopy roof going on to this, so no water will ingress into this. But the cable will be safe enough, because it'll be buried under concrete. And then it goes in and into the remainder of the small garage. I'm getting there. Right, I'm now near ready to do the fascia right across and finish this side off. So, a couple of things to do. This bit of wood here has to be trimmed off. I'll cut it at a slight angle actually, but I'm using this post here, so that's to come out. This coach bolt here, there's two of them, they're facing the wrong way, okay? But look at this, because they're inside, they've been kindly just done up finger tight. The other one, I've done. So look, so there's the coach bolt, they're bolted together, right? And look at that, nice and flush. So when the wood fixes into here for the fascia, you're not going to see it. Well, that's the plan. Now, so, onwards and upwards. It's going really well. Except, I've no electric in here. Fucking idiot. See, if I had a Brin, it'd be dangerous. Okay, so that's it. That's all stripped and edged. And I'm now taking out the panels. I'm going to wait to remove this window here because that is going to replace that broken one over there. So, no sense in wasting it. Just needs a good wash. So, let's get the window out. And just like that, windy was it. To be honest with you, this mastic, this seems to have been, this was holding the window in better than the screws. But hey, that's another section gone. Now, I can concentrate on getting the whole wall off. And once that's done, I'm going to restart the paneling. By the way, the dimension, I've checked the hole out, and there's the cable through. So I'll temporarily get electric back in here again by tonight. Right, starting to look good now. And there we go. That's nearly all stripped out. I'm not sure, I'm going to be able to cut these bits out here because that'll let me do the wall, right? But I'm in two minds. I might actually cut these pillars out and leave the corner one in, because this is going to support the roof. So if I cut them, that'll open up this whole side here, and then you'll get a right look at. Now, the wood that I've taken from there, I've just went and measured it because I've moved this door over. It's moved over to the right, this way, hang on. There you go, moved over to the right, which means the bits of wood going on here will fit from there. And to make it a bit more entertaining as well, I've come up with a cunning plan. I bought a router a couple of years ago and I've got new bits and everything. I've never used it. So my plan is to do like a, no on this, but if you imagine the piece of wood on it, a chamfered edge all the way up, and then on here a chamfered edge on the outside as well to finish this off. Now I'm going to actually take the edge just slightly past. Somebody stepping a duck? Okay. Just slightly past this so that you won't see this. All you'll see is the edge of, well, the finished edge of the front of the garage, basically, that's it. But when you look at here now, look how much it's opened this up. And for here, look how much it's opened that up. So I've actually got a nice view of a fence here. Down here is earth. I'll be able to put some more plants into this. But here, I'll only go so far because here, I'm going to be putting a gate in there because I've got these feather boards here. I've got 13 spare, and I reckon I could build a secret gate. So basically, you'll see, oh, you'll just, it'll look like the fence comes up there, and then onto there. That's the plan. So, next stage now is, now that I've got that out, I'm going to see if I can cut and remove these sides. I think there's some stuff here I could actually move just by battering it out. And then once I've got that tidied here and I've got a wee bit more room so I don't hurt myself, it will then be time to finish one side. Okay, so that's it. That's the wall stripped and edged, and I'm now taking out the panels. I'm going to wait to remove this window here because that is going to replace that broken one over there. So no sense in wasting it, just needs a good wash. So let's get the window out, and just like that, windy was it. To be honest with you, this mastic, this seems to have been this was holding the window in better than the screws. But hey, that's another section gone. Now I can concentrate on getting the whole wall off. And once that's done, I'm going to restart the paneling. By the way, as I mentioned, I've checked the hole out, and there's the cable through. So I'll temporarily get electric back in here again by tonight. Right, starting to look good now. And there we go. That's nearly all stripped out. I'm not sure, I'm going to be able to cut these bits out here because that'll let me do the wall, right? But I'm in two minds. I might actually cut these pillars out and leave the corner one in, because this is going to support the roof. So if I cut them, that'll open up this whole side here, and then you'll get a right look at. Now the wood that I've taken from there, I've just went and measured it because I've moved this door over. It's moved over to the right this way. Hang on, there you go, moved over to the right, which means the bits of wood going on here will fit from there. Now I'm going to actually take the edge just slightly past. Somebody stepping a duck? Okay, just slightly past this so that you won't see this. All you'll see is the edge of, well, the finished edge of the front of the garage, basically, that's it. But when you look at here now, look how much it's opened this up. And for here, look how much it's opened that up. So I've actually got a nice view of a fence here. Down here is earth. I'll be able to put some more plants into this. But here, I'll only go so far because here, I'm going to be putting a gate in there because I've got I've got these feather boards here. I've got 13 spare, and I reckon I could build a secret gate. So basically, you'll see, oh, you'll just, it'll look like the fence comes up there, and then onto there. That's the plan. So, next stage now is, now that I've got that out, I'm going to see if I can cut and remove these sides. I think there's some stuff here I could actually move just by battering it out. And then once I've got that tidied here and I've got a wee bit more room so I don't hurt myself, it will then be time to finish one side. To get a finish like this, I'm having to pull these all out by hand. And just like that, they're all out. 5 to 8 on Sunday the 6th of April. I've done well actually, I've done well. I'll show you what I've done actually. I'm not stopping yet, but I'm going to want to get this video uploaded, so here's how far I've got by say 8 o'clock Sunday the 6th of April. Well, as you can see, there's not much left of that framing now. I've left that in so that it's supporting this roof for us just now. It's helped me for our work. But yeah, look at that. Looking good. Really, really chuffed with this. So, fridge freezer, that's going to want to go into place. The only thing I've found though is that's wrong is if you, there's a slight, actually if I get the, if you can see that, like, see the bubble, there's how much it's it. So when I look at this, it's got a slight slope down, right? So, but what I can do though is I could lift this corner here, so it just means there's a wee bit more of a gap at the bottom. But hey, how good does that look? It's coming on. Now thanks to this fucking beam being off centre, I've got it tight at the bottom, but the floor's off centre. So, look, I've got an overlap here, which is more than what I need. So as you can see, look, it's getting narrower as it's going on. So, once I've got this, and at least this, I'm going to go over and do a straight line with a rip snorter, and that'll finish that off. But, come the other side. Come in here, look at this. Fuse board. We have power. It's all underneath. I've left myself a bit of slack as well. So look. So there's plenty to dig a channel out and then bury it. Right. Light switch. We have light. That's only temporary, but at least it gives us light in here. But look at this. I go into here. Ta-da! That's the other side of the garage. So the same as happy as a pig in shite is a bit of an understatement, because, well, you know what, I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to leave it at this just now. So, but when I come back, there'll be obviously a part 2, because I've still got the roof and that to do. Excuse me. I've got the other side still got to be finished as well, because I mean, look, still got that to do. Polythene to come off the roof. So that's probably another full day's work to get that side done. So probably, I would safely say, I will jack this leg up tomorrow. That's this one. Jack this leg up. That'll get my door sitting straight, no skew width. This side will be finished tonight, because I'm going to wait what do you call it? Thingy-my-bob. Damier planks. I'm fucking wrecked. But It's been worth it. It has been worth it. I'm so excited about this because this is just coming on a treat. It's much, much better. And look at that. That's me ready for the car. I could actually probably, well, better for the wind that's sitting there. It's going to take us a day just to even get that sussed out. But yeah, there's, I'm fully planned with it all. I'm not going to spoil it all. So if you've got this far and you've enjoyed this, thank you very much. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like for us because it's going to help my algorithm. If you're new, welcome a random therapy. We're one big family here. Go and hit that subscribe button. To part 2. Will it be tomorrow? Will it be Tuesday? Who knows? I'll say the